Unclassified. This is information that does not require protection under national security laws. It includes open government records, reports, and communications that are freely shareable. Unclassified material is often released for public transparency, but still must be carefully handled. Agencies check it for privacy, accuracy, and compliance with legal restrictions before release. The function of unclassified information is openness. It lets citizens see how agencies work, while separating harmless details from genuine secrets. It also forms the baseline from which all higher classifications are judged. For example, NASA's mission updates are unclassified. They include launch schedules, images, and research summaries. These reports are posted online, but reviewed for technical safety. Even budget summaries or routine weather briefings start here. It matters because one careless unclassified release can still expose personal data or mislead the public, creating ripple effects far beyond its original purpose. CUI. This is unclassified data that requires safeguarding due to law or policy. It is not secret in the national security sense, but still cannot be released freely. Examples include personal information, infrastructure plans, or sensitive financial records. CUI is marked clearly and distributed only to those with a legitimate need. Its role is control. Agencies use the CUI system to unify older markings like "for official use only" and prevent confusion. It ensures sensitive but non-classified data stays protected against misuse or exploitation. For example, blueprints for a city's power grid could be labeled CUI. They are not classified military secrets, but releasing them could aid sabotage efforts. Similarly, medical records or immigration data fall under this protection. It matters because adversaries can use unclassified but sensitive data to cause real harm if it is not properly secured and monitored. SBU. This is a legacy designation for information considered sensitive but not formally classified. It was widely used before the CUI program standardized markings. SBU documents often include law enforcement details, airport security procedures, or personnel records. Though phased out, the term still appears in older materials. Its function is restriction. Agencies used SBU to prevent uncontrolled circulation of information that could create vulnerabilities. Though the rules were inconsistent, the intent was clear: keep dangerous details away from public access. For example, an FBI field report on surveillance methods might have been marked SBU. Exposing it could reveal investigative tactics or compromise ongoing cases. Even simple security checklists for airports often carried this label. It matters because the absence of strict classification does not mean absence of risk. SBU highlighted the gray zone where small leaks can still be damaging. Confidential. This is the lowest tier of official classified information. It applies to details that could cause measurable but limited damage to national security if disclosed. Confidential markings are used for routine military, diplomatic, and intelligence information requiring protection. Its function is to prevent adversaries from exploiting seemingly minor details. These may involve troop movements, supply schedules, or basic code systems. While not dramatic, such leaks can shift battlefield planning. For example, the location of a forward supply base could be confidential. If revealed, adversaries could target convoys or reroute their operations accordingly. Even modest communication protocols or diplomatic assessments are often kept here. It matters because small advantages accumulate. Losing confidential information can give opponents steady, incremental benefits that weaken U.S. operations over time. Secret. This is the middle level of classified information, reserved for material that could cause serious harm if leaked. It covers significant military operations, advanced technology, or diplomatic strategies. Secret access requires stricter clearance and security procedures. Its function is to safeguard sensitive knowledge that, if exposed, would jeopardize operations and alliances. It protects intelligence sources, defense designs, and operational timing. Secret materials are tightly encrypted and monitored. For example, the flight path of a strategic bomber mission may be secret. If disclosed, hostile forces could prepare air defenses and disrupt the mission. Similarly, engineering specifications for advanced missile systems often carry this level. It matters because failure at the secret level often translates directly into battlefield losses, weakened deterrence, or broken international trust. Top secret. This is the highest standard classification, reserved for information that could cause exceptionally grave damage if revealed. It protects national strategies, advanced technology, and covert operations. Only a small fraction of officials hold top secret clearance. Its function is to restrict access to the most critical details of defense and intelligence. Top secret data demands locked safes, encrypted systems, and continuous monitoring. The clearance process involves deep background checks to reduce insider risk. For example, nuclear launch procedures are top secret. Access is restricted to a handful of military leaders and the president. Likewise, designs for advanced stealth technology remain closely guarded. It matters because one breach here can erase decades of preparation, destabilize global balances, and cost lives at a scale unmatched by lower levels. SCI. This is a restricted subset of top secret material. SCI divides the most sensitive intelligence into sealed compartments. Each compartment is controlled by a code word, and access requires both top secret clearance and special authorization. Its function is compartmentalization. Even officials with top secret clearance cannot see SCI without a specific need to know. This prevents widespread leaks and limits exposure to those directly involved. For example, the identity of a high-ranking foreign informant may be SCI. Protecting that information is essential to avoid retaliation or collapse of an entire network. Even senior leaders can be denied SCI access if not directly tied to the mission. It matters because SCI leaks can destroy intelligence networks instantly, eliminating years of work and exposing allies to mortal danger. SAP. This is the highest secrecy applied to highly sensitive projects. SAPs are often called black programs. They involve technologies or operations hidden even from most cleared officials. Access is restricted to a tiny group, and even the program's existence may be classified. Its function is protection of the nation's most advanced and fragile advantages. SAPS Shield. New weapons, space systems, or clandestine operations from exposure. Budgets and names are disguised under code words. For example, the development of stealth bombers began as a SAP. Only a few engineers and military leaders knew of its existence. Similar programs today likely involve space surveillance and next-generation cyber tools. It matters because leaking a SAP destroys America's edge before it can be deployed, handing adversaries the ability to catch up or counter immediately. Restricted data. This is a special legal category under the Atomic Energy Act. RD protects nuclear-related information regardless of classification level. It applies to the design, production, and use of nuclear weapons and materials. Its function is absolute protection of nuclear secrets. Unlike other categories, RD remains classified by default. Even if the information appears unthreatening, if it relates to nuclear processes, it is treated as restricted data. For example, the exact engineering behind thermonuclear warheads is RD. Even decades-old designs remain protected as proliferation risks continue. Facilities handling RD require special vaults, armed guards, and technical safeguards. It matters because nuclear leaks pose catastrophic risks: proliferation, mass destruction, or accidents with global consequences. NOFORN. This is a control marking that restricts information from all foreign nationals. It applies across classification levels. Even allied governments are denied access. NOFORN preserves information as strictly American property. Its function is isolation. It prevents intelligence, technology, or strategy from spreading beyond U.S. control. Even when sharing intelligence with allies, NOFORN ensures certain details remain domestic. For example, a cutting-edge cyber defense algorithm may be marked NOFORN. Allowing foreign access could risk compromise through leaks or misuse. Even NATO partners may be excluded from such material. It matters because alliances can shift, but NOFORN ensures America retains independent control over its most sensitive data. COMSEC. This is the protection of government communication systems against interception. It covers encryption codes, secure devices, and transmission protocols. COMSEC information is not a classification level, but it is guarded with the same rigor. Its function is security of all government transmissions. Encrypted radios, secure phones, and digital networks rely on COMSEC to remain impenetrable. Without it, even high-level secrets could be exposed by intercepted messages. For example, the cryptographic key for naval communications is COMSEC material. If stolen, adversaries could eavesdrop on fleet operations. Regularly changing keys and protocols prevents this risk. It matters because communication is the backbone of every operation. If COMSEC fails, every other secrecy level collapses with it. Originator control. This is a handling caveat used with classified information. ORCON means only the agency that created the document can authorize its release. Even other government departments cannot share it without originator approval. Its function is authority. ORCON keeps sensitive reports tightly controlled by the agency most familiar with their risks. It stops oversharing and ensures intelligence stays where it belongs. For example, a CIA field report on a covert surveillance program might be marked ORCON. Even if another agency has access, it cannot release the report further without explicit permission. It matters because ORCON prevents damaging misunderstandings or unauthorized disclosures by ensuring the originator keeps control at all times. Which of these secrecy levels do you believe poses the greatest risk if exposed? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more.